Welcome to Sad Boys, a podcast about feelings and other things also. I'm Jarvis.
I'm Jordan.
And today we are joined by a very special guest. You know him, you love him. He's the killer of Crank Gameplays, the YouTube channel.
What happened?
One half of Honest, dad of Spencer, and most recently one half of the Brain Leak podcast.
I was so confused when you were like dad of, and I was like,
Yeah, you're my dad.
dad of.
Oh,
me.
Ethan Nestor.
Hello, everyone.
Our
Hi.
dad, maybe.
I'm so excited to be here, and I'm really excited that you guys don't use Shure SM7Bs.
Oh, yes. Yeah, if this is a choice that we made specifically because
We're not hype beasts. That's why.
we
okay?
just, you know what it does to a podcast where you're like locked into
Yeah.
the arm of, I mean, I have one over there because I use it on my desk.
It feels like ADHD ableism to have a locked microphone.
Yeah, I'm like, I just want to move around. Jordan wouldn't be able to do half of his sitting positions if he was locked in.
Do you have a
would
lot
people-
of weird positions that you sit in?
Based on the comments.
Yeah, based on a thing. The most recent comment we got,
This is so funny.
the most recent comment about our sitting positions and like, I guess, well, here, I'll just read this to you and you can interpret it as you will. There is a bit too much leg, side ass, and crotch in this podcast.
How is this side ass?
Side
So are you
ass.
just sitting kind of like this?
I skimmed through the podcast that was in reference to, and it's just us sitting like this the whole time. So I don't know what they mean by side
How the
ass.
fuck am I meant to have side ass and crotch? I'm spinning.
yeah, we're moving around. We got to make sure to get the side ass. We got to make sure to get the crotch. And then they said, I think maybe it's supposed to seem comfy or casual. Maybe ... question mark. But comma space. I'm like ... quote uncomfortable actually. It's written in such an erratic way.
Why? Yeah.
I mean, it's written like a haiku. Like the structuring is so strange.
Uncomfortable actually.
Methinks there's too much side ass.
Yeah.
I really like the amount of side ass.
Thank you. You've actually got like a perfect view of side ass right
I
now.
do, yeah.
You kind of got
I can
both
see
side
a little bit of
asses.
side ass.
Go ahead, choose.
That's
There
what I
is a
said.
lot
We
of
don't even
leg.
have a camera right here. This would be the side ass camera.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you can't get side ass.
Yeah,
from these
it's hard to
angles.
get. Yeah, that's
Not
what I was
without
thinking.
paying $5
Crotch,
a month.
sure. Leg, of course.
Yeah.
You could do a lot of crotch.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Direct behind would
Yeah,
be
we
fine.
have a camera just right here. Just the crotch
right
cam.
there.
It's slowly zooming in.
Yeah.
We hired a grip.
That would be so good. Yeah.
Dude, Ethan, how have you been? I feel like we got to hang out recently, so I have seen you, but
I've been good. It's cool, and you know this feeling. It's really cool not having to work out every day.
Yeah.
Anymore. That's nice.
I've been thinking about working out again because I truly have not exercised
Mm-hmm.
since Creator Clash, and it's been so freeing.
It's
Yeah.
fucked that you have to keep working out. Do you know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah.
training that much should be, you get 20 years.
20
Yeah.
years.
It should just
that would be
lock
good.
in, and then you get to
Yeah.
be in great shape for 20 years.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I need to go back to the gym. I'm
Yeah.
not as ripped anymore. Damn.
It's starting to become incredible to me that I was able to get myself off of the couch so many times in a row. Because Tears of the Kingdom is so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
How considerate of Nintendo to not drop that during training.
Oh my god!
Imagine.
I would have had to drop out of the fight.
You just have to drop out of Creator
Yeah,
Clash
sorry,
because
guys.
of Tears of the Kingdom.
Playing in the ring.
I would just send a video of me like building a mech or whatever that shoots lasers, and they'd be like, "We understand."
Have you built a
Understood.
penis yet?
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and say I haven't done any crazy creative builds.
I haven't either.
I've mostly done utilitarian builds to get the job done.
I've mostly done just very basic bridges.
Bridges are good. I've been building, getting around the depths. I won't give too many spoilers, but if you know, you know. Getting around the depths sucks butt. It sucks side ass, if I'm being completely
Quite
frank.
frankly.
I haven't even been down.
Oh,
down in
dude,
there.
you're gonna hate it.
I'm so excited.
It's crotch tier. Truth be told.
Dude, it's a bunch of crotch shots. It's a bunch of side ass. It's pretty much something that's very uncomfortable.
Question mark, question mark.
Uncomfortable actually. That's in reference to the depth.
You can be honest.
Is it called the depth?
You gotta
What is
make,
it called?
You gotta make one penis.
Oh yeah, I should
on.
probably make one penis.
I haven't made one penis yet.
How many?
I could. Oh, maybe I'll
Oh,
do
it is
that
called
today.
the
Maybe
depths.
that's
Okay,
what I'll do after this. I don't have a lot of plans, so maybe
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just go and make a penis.
Well,
That does sound kind of awesome, dude. And maybe we should just lay down these Shure SM58s and make a penis together.
Man, and we could lay them down and you could still hear us pretty fine because you don't have to have this microphone in your mouth.
That's true. Oh, you do have to have a SM7B like real close.
I will say we do kind of ruin the podcast aesthetic because you're supposed to, have it more or less
It has to
covering half
obscure
your
your
face.
face.
You also have to be like a middling comic on Joe Rogan and talk
Yeah.
about like, you see that monkey that drove a car or whatever?
Yeah.
Do you guys ever notice how stand-up comedians hold microphones? And how everyone holds it from like
Oh,
here.
yeah. They're like, let me.
It's so weird.
I mean, here's the thing, Los Angeles.
And so everyone's like holding it from like the base of the XLR
like-
cable.
So you ever been on Tinder?
It's a weird thing where you're trying to like look cool and confident while holding
Yeah.
this dangly little thing. Where you're just like, yeah. So anyway, I was fucking one of my lady friends.
Maybe they do that to make it look less phallic
Oh yeah, because if they're just
because
like,
they don't want to look gay.
Yeah,
Well, this is
fellas.
we always hit him with this, right?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, they're just doing a lot of like, arranging the. Yeah. So
Wait,
anyway,
I just
airplane
realized.
food. Yeah.
What you guys should do for a special of Sad Boys is you should take like 40 of these and dangle them from the ceiling, but you have them swinging. And so the entire time you're trying to like make it through this gauntlet of microphones that are swinging. But then you have to make sure that like you're getting good audio while
You're hitting on something important, which is it should be harder to do a podcast.
It should be.
Yeah, not everybody should be able to just go.
Yeah,
I
the
think we
ease
should
to
start making people like get a permit for these things.
Yeah.
Like you have to do a test. Like you have to go to the DMV,
Yeah.
the PMV.
Are we in charge of this? Like
No, I don't
okay.
think so.
The
I think,
verification.
and again, I think it should specifically be for the Shure SM7B because that's like the podcast microphone.
Yeah.
And I think that if the Shure SM7B and the Scarlett 2i2 didn't exist, I think there would be way less podcasts.
That's actually such a funny observation because it is like the starter kit
Yes.
for everyone.
Quite literally, yeah, Amazon kits with two
Oh, yeah.
great mics, but always like high end 18i8, low end 2i2, always a Scarlett. Or
Yeah.
like some strange Korean brand that like when you touch it shakes.
Yep.
Like the outside's soft.
It's like, is this supposed to be like this?
I like how it's always marketed as like Michael Jackson recorded Thriller
Yeah.
on this microphone. It's like okay.
Okay.
It's also
What do you think a podcast is?
It's podcasting is much like Thriller. So anyway, Ethan, how are you enjoying the Brain Leak podcast?
Man, it's been good. You guys have to come on Brain Leak.
Oh yeah,
Oh, no,
we'll do
you're
that.
right.
We're gonna-
Jordan's brain's all kind of
busy,
gone at
yeah.
this point.
It's
yeah.
always
Don't say Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm busy that day.
Oh man.
Don't even say the day.
I can't.
Yeah,
Please don't say today.
It's not a weekday or a weekend, is it? Rats.
Oh shit, does it end in day? I'm actually looked up.
I'm dead.
I'll be in the ground on that.
Come the months don't end in month.
Put it there, brother.
Every day
Hell yeah.
ends in day. But it's not like
You gotta go, man.
No, you're
June
kind of
month?
spitting actually. Why do all the days end a day? We know it's a day.
you know it's a day.
It's Wednesdays. We can agree.
Just
it's
call it
Wednesdays,
Wedness.
please.
Mon, two, Wedness.
Wednesdays is rough. Wednesdays is really rough.
I really like Wednesday.
Oh, we do have fun, do we?
Yeah, we do have fun.
Wait, what the heck? So is it crank gameplays or Ethan? I don't understand, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
So wait, let's talk about this. So you for many years went by Crank Gameplays. That was your YouTube. That was your. I mean, you were posting pretty cranked gameplays. If you do,
Yeah.
if I do say so myself.
Yeah, back in the day.
And then our little boy grew up, and he not only grew up, but he grew out. Because
Yeah, the width of me really increased.
with it, he mostly grew out.
A lot of leg, actually.
Same height the whole time, but metaphorically speaking, hey, maybe I don't always want to play Power Washing Simulator.
Maybe I don't always want to crank these gameplays.
Yeah, maybe I just want them to be like nice, soft, uncranked
Yeah,
gameplays.
flaccid kind of game regular.
Flaccid gameplays.
Flaccid game.
All
We're
right,
on the same
all right,
page,
Jacob, cut
brother.
to the crotch cam. Welcome back to Flaccid Gameplays. I'm your host,
Dude, we'll
Ethan Crank.
check the video retention on that, and as soon as you open your legs, it's just a spike.
The spike.
It's like 200% retention on this part. People just keep rewinding it.
How long?
You could, if you really wanted to maintain the attention of people, you could just have a crotch cam always in the corner, kind of like a Let's Play.
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
just always in the
yeah.
left-hand corner.
Or like a dog cam, you know. With, well, but wait, let's. I do want to get back to the rebrand.
Let's get back to the crotch. The rebrand, sorry.
So, Crouch Gameplays, you are. So, like, I want to say I'm very proud of you because it's a very difficult thing to say, hey, this was my brand, this was my identity online.
Yeah.
I want to sort of be reborn like a phoenix into, your new self. I'm sure that like what your channel, what your handle and stuff represented at the time, when you started that has shifted. And now, you can kind of come into your own as like, hey, I'm just like a guy.
I'm just some guy doing dude things.
doing dude things with the
Fucking
boys.
put her there, brother. Hell yeah, dude.
Dude,
I'm
these two
lonely, man.
fellas.
I'm not doing well. I'm just sad all the time. You know what I mean?
He's not doing well.
You're like, things are going well. I should feel better, but I'm just not.
I was telling Jarvis, my mom called me while I was on my way here, and she was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just going on some friends' podcast." And she's like, "Oh, what's it called?" And I was like, "It's called Sad Boys." And she asked what the podcast was about, and I made the joke of like, "Oh, it's just like if you're really sad, you go on it." And she like stopped for a moment and was like, "Are you sad?"
Oh.
And I was like, "No, Mom, I'm fine. It's a joke." But she got very, very worried.
That's kind of
That's
cute.
so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, we did, like we always do talk about, like, it's just like naturally we talk about our emotions and stuff. But when we first started the podcast, it was like the focus of every episode. And it is so emotionally exhausting to like talk about your emotions to that degree. Also, like, I'm in therapy every week. I kind of, even that tires me out of like talking about my emotions. So like doing it for content is like, I'd rather do it in passing than like put a spotlight on it,
I think that I should start streaming my therapy sessions. I think that would
You
be
gotta
good.
collab with Healthy Gamer GG.
Yeah, I think I should just start.
Have you watched those?
Yeah, I was on one once.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're good.
As far as
Like
the
there's-
intentions or
the intentions I think are good. I just like, I watch it and it feels violating. I like feel like I shouldn't be seeing someone's therapy session.
Yeah, it was like, it was cool to be on, but at the same time I was like, wow, I was just very vulnerable very publicly.
Right.
And like, I'm pretty open for the most part on the internet, but like, yeah, that was one of the first times where I was like really like diving into my psyche on a stream.
Does switching to your real, or like, not that your name was private prior to the brand change, but does switching to like just straightforward, regular personal name content wise feel a little more vulnerable? There's not so much the shield of Crank Gameplays as a brand.
That's a good question.
Thanks, man.
Because thinking about it, that was such a good question,
Dude,
dude.
his suck shit moment was
Put it
good. Fucking put it there, brother. Hell
That
yeah.
was so
That was
good.
really
I'm
good.
actually, that means a lot.
Things are not
Shit.
going well for him.
Wow.
This is the best thing that's happened to him all week.
That's a really good question, actually, because sometimes I'll stream and people get a little bit more of like a realistic version of me on stream because I'm like way more chill and just like sitting there. Whereas when I'm recording, everything's a lot more fast paced and like energetic and stuff.
Yeah.
So people have come into stream and be like, "Are you okay? You seem really sad." And it's like, no, I'm just not yelling.
Yeah.
Like, and so I've always described Crank gameplays as like a hyper exaggerated version of myself.
Right.
But now I'm just Ethan Nestor. Is Ethan Nestor a hyper exaggerated version of Ethan? Who am I?
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Did Crank Gameplays die or did Ethan die and his
Crank
name was
Gameplay-
transplanted?
Oh fuck. No, that's
Now I don't know.
What you're describing is a very real experience because I probably talked about this on the podcast before, but when I started streaming, people exclusively knew me from edited YouTube content.
Yeah.
And in edited YouTube content, you don't experience the range of human emotion. Like, for example, I don't in a YouTube video get annoyed by some idiot in the chat.
Yeah.
And so like, I'll like have like a snarky comment at someone in the chat because they're annoying and they're faceless, right? And then I had like people on my subreddit write like about Jarvis's personality, and I'm like, whoa. But what it is the delta between like what the sort of parasocial ideal of what I was in an edited context where I'm like, I've always got a quippy joke versus someone who like isn't cutting out the breaths as they're like talking, Yeah,
because like with an edited thing, why wouldn't you want it to? I mean, like obviously there's a good time and place for this to not happen, but like I feel like for entertainment purposes, why wouldn't you want to cut out the like more uninteresting stuff?
And
Well,
that's-
yeah.
there's
It's a performance.
There's
Yeah.
a conventional editing style for YouTube content, and it would feel weird to just completely throw away the existing like wisdom and
Yeah.
it works. People are watching the video, so why would you tweak that? But then you're live and acting like a human being, or somebody meets you in person.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, they're nervous, but you're just like, me too as well.
They meet you in real life and you're like, all your breaths are there. What
the heck?
That's
Yeah, this
so
is so weird.
weird.
Are you okay? You're so like you're breathing and stuff. It's really
breathing.
weird.
You look like shit.
Do you worry about? Yeah, you're not color graded right now. It's weirding me out.
Who's Ethan?
Do you ever worry about when you meet people in real life that you're like leaving the impression that they expect?
All the time. I think it's maybe just because I'm anxious, but I can like immediately tell if somebody has recognized me in public, and then I'll get really nervous about it in the sense of I'll be like, have I been looking happy enough this whole time that I've been existing in this space?
Yeah.
Like, what if they see me and they're like, oh man, he looks sad.
Yeah, I dropped my guard for a mere moment and experienced emotions.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to whoever may have witnessed that. My bad.
I do get that all the time though.
A little after you left, we got dinner with Eddie and Ted and a few other people last week. And then after you had left, right as we were wrapping up, check paid, this kid comes over. He's maybe 15, 16, comes over with his family and is like, are you Jordan Adika? No, actually, he didn't ask. He said, "You're Jordan Adika," which was intense,
Confidence.
but saves time, right?
And you said yes.
Hell yeah.
You have no idea who I am and what I'm capable of.
Yeah, I know Ethan Nestor. That's right. Who? Crank. It's a whole thing. He hasn't announced it yet.
Oh, Crank Gameplay.
It's the past, so
Got
that hasn't come out yet. But as soon as that happened, I'm like, yeah, Jarvis was here as well. I went like, yeah, and like was like, I watch Sad Boys. I'm like, okay, well, shit, he probably knows this is happening. Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, you were very nice, very polite. But as soon as that happened, I'm like, wow, I was low energy at this dinner.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't have any jokes that whiffed and then, just ate shit. And like,
And you saw the whole thing of you say something, nobody laughed, and then you're just like,
nobody heard me because the server was coming over, and then I tried the same one again, but somebody else had said it during ordering like food I didn't want. No, it's fine.
When I went to like maybe this was last week, I went to an improv show in Santa Monica with like one of my friends from college and his wife and Jessica, Jessica Crab, friend of the show,
Vintage Jessica moment.
Vintage Jessica Crab. She's been she's like a friend of ours who's not a content creator, but she's been in some videos, so people might know her. After the improv show, we were just standing around, and then somebody was like, "Hey, are you Jarvis Johnson?" And I went, "Yeah." The context was I was like super tired, and I had just driven like across town, and it was like after midnight, and I knew I was about to have to drive back, and I was like kind of getting like mentally prepared. Like people were gonna go out to a bar, and I was like, I'm beat, guys. I gotta drive back home. And so in that moment, I'm like sort of all that's what's going through my head. And somebody's like, "Hey, are you Jarvis?" And then like I like don't even register, like my brain is in that place, but I like meant to like pick it up for this person. But I was just like, yeah. And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Am I like interrupting him?" No, I'm sorry. This is awesome. Like, let's thank you so much.
So funny.
I'm just like bummed that I am. Is that pissing you off? I agree. But is it generally the same kind of people for both of you?
As far as audience,
Individually, yeah. Like, do you often get approached by the same person, same type of person?
Yeah, his name is Greg. He will not leave me alone.
Yeah, it's a problem. He's probably at my house right now.
Oh, well, real quick. Sorry. That experience, like I could not get out of my head the whole day. And then I checked my DMs, and they DM'd me and was like, "Hey, it was nice to meet you. Sorry if I'm interrupting." Or I was interrupting, and I was like, "No, but thank God you messaged me, because now I can like apologize," even though they like it didn't register to them. But in my head, I was like, "Oh no, I wish I was the right guy. The guy you expected. I hope that everything was good."
I hope that I did. I hope I didn't ask if you were Jarvis Johnson. You weren't, and you lied.
But yeah, going back to Jordan's question about people who approach, it's a bit of a mix, but I think there is that sixth sense of like, it's really just like what you can feel when you're being watched.
Yeah, it's like the animal instinct.
Yeah,
just like I know that somebody is watching me.
It's hard to separate from just being anxious all the time anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, am I being myself?
Yeah.
The worst is like, I love when people just come out and are like, "Hey, love your stuff." And that's ideal. One time, this has only happened once. I was at Phil's, and somebody was like sitting, like I was on my laptop, and they're like where Jordan is, and they're just like looking at me, and I'm just like do, and I'm just like kind of working, and I can't do the thing where
You're talking about Phil's coffee.
Yeah, Phil's coffee.
No, this was Phil.
I was at Phil DeFranco's house.
That's literally what I was thinking, and I was like, "This is really interesting."
No,
Whispering,
sorry.
"Sup, you beautiful bastard."
Sorry. Phil's for us is like, it's kind of in the extended Sad Boys lore, because we used to have it like every episode because when we were living in San Francisco. But yeah, so I was at Phil's coffee, and somebody was just like kind of breathing down my neck with their eyes, and I couldn't do the thing. I can't be like, "Hi, you probably recognize me from the internet.
Yeah.
Would you like an autograph or perhaps a picture?" like that would be insane.
Hi, I'm afraid. You're scaring me. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, and so I was just like, "Can you just like," I like didn't know how to end the interaction because I just wanted them to come out and say something. Eventually they did, but I think in the future if that were to happen, I'd be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, because you're just in my space.
Yeah,
and I feel like if someone was in my space normally, I would be able to just be like, hey, what's up? Are you good? Like, is everything fine?
Does anybody ever say, "Hey, are you crank gameplays"?
I do get that a fair amount. I also get "you look like crank gameplays" a lot, which is really funny.
When you're right, you're right.
And sometimes I feel bad about doing this, but it is kind of funny where I'll be like, "Yeah, I get that a lot. I hear he's kind of a dick though." And then if they catch on, then great. But if they don't, I'll just leave it at that sometimes.
Hell yeah.
And then
You're
I'll be like,
secretly-
"Well, thanks, bye."
Yeah, and then there's like a Reddit post where it's like, I met a guy and he said he heard Crank Gameplays kind of sucked ass.
Yeah, he's just kind of an asshole.
And that becomes the rumor. And then people are like, oh, I was expecting you to be such a dick.
And
but you're
that's
kinda
why I
nice.
had to rebrand.
Right.
Because
Oh,
that
yeah.
happened so many times, and I
Right.
was just like, yeah, Crank Gameplays is an asshole, where it started to catch up to me. So I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Sean's been spreading the same. Yeah, he's been saying a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
I guess Sean gets that because people will be like, assume his name is Jack. I have to assume that happens 100% of the time.
Yeah. He does get that a lot, where people are like, you look like Jacksepticeye.
Yeah.
Especially like when he's here in LA, because people are like, oh, he doesn't live
Right,
in
he doesn't
LA.
live here, so
Why
there's
would
no-
he
Yeah.
be here? I do love, do you guys ever get when you're like at a coffee shop or wherever where people are like, why are you here? It's like, I to get coffee.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like-
I just checked your channel. There's no one on any of the videos.
Yeah.
You got to get back in the video.
Yeah. Why
so
are
funny.
That's
Why
so
are you here?
funny.
They're like, what are you? I got that at a grocery store once where they're like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Don't you
being
have like a
person?
Yeah. Don't you have your like, I don't know, maid do this for you?
It's
Can
like,
you go to the special store where you're
Yeah.
supposed to be?
Don't all
Yeah.
the famous people go to the famous people
it's like,
place?
you're here at Ralph's. Don't you only go to Erewhon?
Yeah. Why aren't you drinking, I don't know, Kylie Jenner's milkshake or whatever the fuck from Erewhon? Well, it's like a smoothie. And it's not Kylie Jenner. It's like Kendall Jenner, right? Isn't that who has a smoothie at Erewhon? Yeah.
It has like collagen in it.
Yeah. For your skin, I presume.
Oh,
Cool.
really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, we taste test it.
That's more likely to be where somebody's like, why are you here?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What are you doing here?
Tangentially related to taste testing Kylie Jenner's collagen.
The
Yeah.
KJC?
No
You were-
notes. Yeah,
you
that's
guys were texting me earlier about a thing to taste test, but we can't.
yeah. Okay, so here's the plan. Okay,
To tell you what you were missing.
here's what you're missing. Burger King made the most disgusting looking sandwich.
I didn't know about this until you texted me about it.
Yeah.
So bright, dude. It's so bright.
So yeah. So there is actually. Let me start recording in OBS. It's
Is that Shane Dawson?
No, ignore that. Don't worry.
we were
Yeah, he's on the pod last week.
yeah
Hey, oh,
yeah.
he's coming
We're
back.
kind of a huge fan of him.
Why did something happen?
Yeah. I don't understand, guys. Shane's my guy, dude. The Spider-Verse sequel is coming out. Across the Spider-Verse, I think it's called.
Yes.
And Burger King is doing a like collab with the movie in which they are making a Whopper. And it's just a Whopper. Well, there's two things different about it. The Whopper, it has a red bun.
Oh, does it?
Like Spider.
Yeah,
see
that's
that.
what so
Yeah.
that's what you're looking at here. And then also, and this one is only if you really are like into Burger King lore. Whoppers don't have cheese by default. You got to like order them with cheese. And so this Whopper comes with Swiss cheese.
Oh, because it's in a different dimension or something?
Yeah. It's like
Switzerland.
it's like you know when Spider-Man like shoots webs, that's actually Swiss
It's
cheese.
Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
This looks like a Pretty Patty from SpongeBob.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, it's so fucking vibrant.
Yeah. I remember there's like the dark one too, right? Like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
dude, yes.
It just
Yo,
looks like
damn it.
yo, it
Pretty
really
Patty.
does.
Also,
That actually, if someone
Miles-
hasn't tweeted that, you got to get on that.
Miles Morales' costume is not red.
You're right.
I don't know why.
Well, they've made. I feel like black buns is too often done,
But
as like a novelty.
I will say, at least they can probably get access to it as opposed to the shortage of red dye.
Right. So the reason that we cannot have our red bun that's apparently dyed red with beet juice is we were like calling all the Burger Kings in the area, and they're like, there's an outage, and all the Burger Kings have been
The
told.
chip shortage has really affected
Yeah.
our buns.
yeah,
dude.
4090s and red beet dye.
Yeah, the two things, graphics cards and red buns, were strangely manufactured at the same place. Don't tell Shane Dawson. But yeah, like they've been told that they're out across the Spider-Verse. Actually, they're out. Yeah,
What is that email?
well, because Yeah,
just don't
attention, Burger King. This is coming from top brass. Consider yourselves out of red bun.
They should have known in advance, right? Check
Right.
the stock.
You would think, right? Like maybe it's more popular than they expected, but I can't imagine it is.
Okay.
Burger King's like not that popular to begin with.
The only people buying it are us.
Yeah. So I thought.
I think that Burger King, as far as fast food goes, is pretty low tier in my book.
Yeah.
of fast food.
Mid-performance.
Yeah, it's pretty mid. I will say I have a personal relationship with Burger King because
Have you talked about that on the podcast yet?
I don't know.
I think so.
Well, because
Okay.
like you and Burger King, like you guys have always like shown up at parties and stuff together.
Yeah.
and, like,
And we haven't like gone like public.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure. You're something of a burger prince.
So yeah, we couldn't get the red burger.
what did they tell you? Well, sorry.
Oh.
So did you call and you were like,
Yeah, we called multiple Burger Kings, and they said that all the Burger Kings have been told that they are out of the red bun because of an outage, a shortage.
Every king.
Yeah, they said if they have it, they have it, but there's no way to know without going into the store.
So that's a really weird. I feel like that's a really weird thing for you to be told. Like, why wouldn't they just say, "Oh no, sorry, we're out of them"?
I know. Why did they give us so much information?
Yeah, it's
Why
okay.
did
I don't
did
need
we
logistics.
accidentally call corporate Burger King headquarters?
We've been told that we're out. Which also, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you just say, "Yeah, sorry, we're sold out of them"?
I have
so
no idea. It almost reminds me of back when I was a kid and I wanted like specific toys, and they would call. Like I think that happened maybe during Pokemon stuff where you'd call and be like, "Hey, do you have like the special Pokemon toy?" Hold on.
Just throws up. Sorry. I don't want to do this.
So I actually have Burger King toys. I just realized I have these. This is a random thing that I own. I don't know why. I have sealed Burger King toys from the Pokemon first movie.
Oh, it's like a little Mewtwo?
Yeah. Like the
I
little.
love how you just had those loose over there somewhere.
Yeah, I because I just moved. I was mentioning this, and then I was like, "Oh, my bag of like literally, it's a set."
Oh
of
my
them,
God.
And it's all sealed. These aren't worth a lot of
Not
money. or
all of
anything.
them. Shoot.
They're not. I also have complete your collection of 57 Pokemon only at Burger King.
$2 off the
Wait, this one is open.
Hey, it popped open.
Who's in there?
So what is this? Is this the Jigglypuff? That's a Clefairy.
The Joker.
So yeah,
What's
these
going on-
toys.
what's on the bottom
these
there?
toys were high quality.
Why does it have
I'll
a
show
butt
you.
plug?
I'll show you why it has a butt plug.
Okay.
Okay,
don't know
got
if
this. There's a-
I don't know if the cameras will be able to get this, but
What the hell?
Oh,
Wait, yo.
that's so cool.
Wow, he's really going.
Damn.
Jesus.
dude,
So all of the
these
do you,
toys
like,
used to be
Beyblade
sick.
These?
no, they all had different things that they did.
It's
Oh.
just Clefairy that goes sicko mode?
I think a couple of them do that, and I think some of the other ones do other stuff.
Shout outs to anybody leaving the comment about it not being Clefairy. My bad.
Clefable, yeah, but
Did you say Clefairy?
Yeah, Clefairy. It costs $4,000.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, part of me does want to open these, but I know I have some of them. Like, I have some of them opened. I think there's some sort of Oh yeah, here we go. There's a little insert. Can I just say that Happy Meal toys used to be way better?
I haven't gotten a Happy Meal in a really
yeah, it
long
sounds
time.
like I get Happy Meals all the time.
They ran
like
out
I'm
of
getting
them.
toys every week.
Do they still do them?
Yeah.
They're sad now, though. They're so sad.
Yo,
Sad meals.
It's
Isn't
COVID.
sick? It's like Pokemon, the first movie, available on VHS and DVD March 2000. I love shit like this,
cool.
man. It just takes me back to my childhood. Oh yeah, so you can get a Golem's a spinning top. Yeah, so some of these are
Geodude's a gun. That's cool.
Hell yeah. I mean, I assume Diglett is not spinning, right? It's kind of its whole
yeah,
thing.
I
is
don't
being-
think they all spin. But
Rev tops. It looks like they all spin.
here, let's open up another one.
So cool.
Wow, we're gonna open up.
Well,
another?
this one definitely doesn't spin. I can feel it. It doesn't have the hardiness to it. Yeah, this one's like a
One way to
squeaker.
find out.
This one's this is like a polywag. It's insane that I know this without opening the bag. This is a polywag that like spits water. So you like suck up water and then it like you squeeze it and it spits out water. So they some of them do different things.
Some of them squirt, yeah.
You're such an unassuming Pokemon person.
And this one is a plushie. This one's a plushie. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice. Like
Yeah.
this one. I will take this.
Yeah,
actually.
I don't know why I'm like this, man. I
it
just
out.
kind of I've always been a Pokemon guy, but I don't.
Who is this?
Who's that Pokemon?
Oh, stop.
Oh,
You're killing him.
It's got a little bit of a sandbag in it.
Sorry, you suck shit at spinning
I know.
that.
I'm really bad at it.
It's like
don't wanna
I
be
actually
mean, man.
the only reason I know how to do it is because I did it as a kid. Yeah,
Ooh,
there you
that
go.
one was good.
Oh,
Yeah.
let her.
I don't actually know. We should just look at pictures online of these.
Oh, yeah, dude. We should go get a Happy
So
Meal.
how many? Oh man.
I think
Maybe
they are
I'll
still
get a
rocking.
happy. Maybe I'll get a Happy Meal after this.
You think the
because I was on
shortage is-
Sad Boys, I have to counteract that.
Yeah.
Peanuts, brother, maybe.
No, don't do that.
We could just eat peanuts on the podcast.
No.
that'd be cool.
Well, actually, we did get. Sorry, let me put this down. We did get pastries, and I,
Yeah.
for a brief moment, forgot that you have like a deadly peanut allergy.
I do.
And it is probably the case that peanuts were not used to make these pastries, but because it's such a severe allergy, you, better safe than sorry.
Yes.
So you said that on the podcast you would show us what you do in this situation, and I don't know what that means.
Yeah. So let's break open these bad boys.
All
What are
right. So
these?
here's what we got.
So usually, I would just call the place that we get them from.
Oh yeah, and we can't mention the name because I want it to. I don't want to dox one of our favorite places.
but they don't have a
We
phone
didn't have a
number.
phone number. So
They
this-
only do email.
That was actually wild. I'm gonna check to see if they responded to my email.
Oh, yeah, you did email them.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
Check,
Email
check
them,
your
yeah.
email. Let's do
But
a
yeah,
live.
so we've got like a maple donut. We've got probably a cherry donut.
Yes.
No way to
One
call
was
them and verify.
cinnamon sugar, and then a morning bun.
What is a morning bun? Is it just?
It's like a little croissant roll with like cinnamon or with like sugar.
It's
Like crystal sugar
MOU.
on
It's if you die
Yeah,
from eating the
like-
peanut. Yeah.
Like if, for example, Crank Gameplays dies, you
Yes.
might get someone a morning bun.
So hold on, wait. Give me the box. I'll show you
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
do. So if I'm not sure about something,
Don't just stuff it in your mouth and be like, now you gotta call the emergency room.
so I'll take a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, it's so
Yeah,
flaky.
yeah, it's croissanty.
It's the peanut.
So I'll just take like a little
I'm nervous.
tiny bit of it
He's going to die.
because we know there's not a peanut thing. you know?
Right.
Right. You don't, though, because you don't know what a morning bud is. You just said.
That's true. So we will be in mourning after this. We're going to die.
Okay.
So most likely that won't kill me.
I am.
But
Great for clickbait.
but
Yeah,
we'll
did we
find
kill
out
Crank Gameplays?
if I start to get like a little bit hivey,
Dude, we were
then
talking.
I won't eat anymore.
We were talking about it. So is that the like if you obviously that's not a peanut.
It's like Edwardian science.
Yeah.
Ill humors.
Yeah.
Because
That's a-
usually, do you get a place that you get hives normally?
I get them everywhere. But my back, I think, is a place that I get them a lot. My arms, my body, my legs. No, it's everywhere.
Lot of side ass. Lot of, like,
So,
So,
I usually
yeah.
start to get they will go everywhere, but they'll usually start on my forearm.
We were talking before about hives. I have like chronic urticaria, which is just like chronic hives, and but it's like an autoimmune thing where it's not.
I've never heard about this.
There's a subreddit.
it's your subreddit.
Which is actually I
Unnamed
wonder
fan base.
urticaria Reddit, a subreddit for all who suffer with various urticarias. 1 year of chronic hives cured, but like
Well, why don't you just do that? 1 year.
so this isn't what mine look like.
check the
This isn't
kill.
what mine look like. Oh, that's what mine look like.
Okay.
Oh, yummy.
yeah.
And we won't have this on.
We won't
'cause some
show it.
people
I think
are,
it'll probably gross people out. But that's what it looks like. It looks like little countries.
Can we get a wrist check real quick?
Oh yeah, how are you
yeah.
doing over there?
Yeah, so it would probably happen in the span of a couple minutes.
Oh hell yeah!
Dude, it's so allergies are nothing to play around with.
Oh man, that is such a good idea. I should purposely give myself an allergy attack and do an allergy attack speed run and see like how quickly my body reacts.
Don't do that.
Yeah, wow, that's insane.
That's
that you
so
said that.
good though.
Also,
It is not.
you were talking about like the old like sciencey thing of like how people test, but allergies, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Like for an allergy test, they're literally like,
fucking rub it on
let's
you.
poke you with 50 different things.
Yep.
And see if your body reacts.
So I did a research study when I was in high school for immunotherapy. So it was just to see if you could build up a tolerance.
Oh right.
And so
In your case, 2 peanuts.
at the end of the study, I had to drop out because I was having like random reactions where the variables weren't changing. I was taking the same dose every day at the same exact time. Sometimes I would have a reaction, sometimes I wouldn't. So it just got like, honestly, it was just inconvenient to not know when I was going to have a reaction or not.
It does sometimes feel as though like we've come so far with medicine, and every now and then, especially actually with mental health meds, they're just like, hey, how does this work? Why doesn't it work for some people? I've asked my psych that. He's just like, who's to say?
Yeah.
Hey man, it's not a freaking science. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just,
all jazz.
I just sent you
yeah.
photos of me having an allergic reaction.
This is very relatable to me. I used to, there's like days where I like look like this and I couldn't go to school.
Yeah.
Cause, or I would have a thing happen where my knees would get like super inflamed and I couldn't walk. So I would just like,
weird.
Yeah, it would be like my, the tightness and swelling, it was almost like when those like little hives that this is so like, I don't know if this is a trigger warning or whatever, but this is so nasty sounding to me. Like if I was listening to this and I didn't know what it was like, then it would sound nasty. But anyway, all those like little countries kind of like combine and it like generates this like swell in my joints. And then I like can't move anything.
Weird.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So what we were just saying about like, it's crazy how you just like do it and see what happens. The start of the research study. So the goal was to see how many peanuts I could eat, basically.
This was not a study.
so-
It's like a cursed YouTube challenge.
Yeah.
Was this done by, did the doctor have like a beak mask?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
damn.
going to eat 4 peanuts and see if I die.
Literally, the start of the research study was we have to see what your tolerance is. So you have to just keep eating peanuts until you go into anaphylactic shock. And I could back out. They were like, you can back out at any time and you can say, hey, I've had enough. We're not just going to like force you into this. But we would like to see like how much you can take. And so in the name of science, I did that. Yeah. And so they just kept giving me they start with like microscopic doses of peanut flour and then slowly like build it up. So this was over the course of like an entire day. But yeah, I just kept eating small doses of peanut flour until I had a reaction. It was sick.
I think maybe I wish I could contribute, but when I was a kid, instead of getting allergies and stuff, I was busy being hot and getting laid.
Yeah.
So
Fuck,
that
man.
I should have prioritized this kind of stuff.
Yeah. That was the whole thing is like every time I went to, have sex, it was just like, oh man, I have all of these hives.
And I've had sex.
And I've had a lot of it.
I know where it goes.
I know where it goes.
I'm not scared. Did you, Ethan, did you have any kind of like self-consciousness related to that? To like, oh, I'm at school and I can't eat the thing. I'm a freak.
Now I really love Halloween. Growing up, I really hated Halloween because I always felt very left out. I did have at my school in elementary school. Once I hit middle school, then my parents were a little bit less paranoid because I was smarter. But when I was in elementary school, I had my own private table. because like
Really?
when you're a kid, there's so many people are bringing peanut butter and jelly to school. So I had my own private table, and you could only come and eat at the table if I invited you, and you had a safe lunch, which sounds so cool and exclusive. But when you're a child, it's just like, oh man,
No, literally,
I
like-
don't know how to make friends, so I'm just eating alone every day.
At some point as a teenager, like affectations become cool a little bit. Like, yeah, this thing's unique or whatever. But
Yeah.
until exactly that point, children will roast you for just your shoes are taller or something. Like there's just nothing that you should be getting
Did I
bullied for,
ever?
but it'll get you.
So we've done this podcast for so long, but I feel like I've talked about all of my life's experiences. You know what I mean?
How long have you guys been doing Sad Boys?
Okay, well, the current
That's private.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
current
bring it
I'm
up.
swelling. the current, I'm allergic to that question.
Yep.
The current iteration of the show, where we're doing it every week, it has only been going on for a few months. Right, Jacob? I don't actually know. Since February. But prior to that, there was a different era of the show where we were like doing it remotely, which is a question I wanted to ask you because, you know, Sean does not live here. And then initially the show started in San Francisco in 2017. It started in LA actually, but we did it when we were both working at Patreon. And it was like pretty regular back
Is that
then.
how you guys met?
Yeah.
How was
a
that?
$5 tier. You get to be friends with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I met him
Nobody
through
signed up.
the Patreon account of Patreon, the company, where you could befriend any of their employees for $5.99.
There was do you remember that? There was a Patreon
Oh yeah.
for like
There was
6 months.
What was on the Patreon?
It was just a newsletter.
So you had to pay for the newsletter?
To get updates about I think it was literally just to like as many case studies on the website as possible was good.
Did it have a lot of patrons because it's the Patreon?
No.
It's like if you go to the Yelp page for Yelp, the company, it has like 1.5 stars.
Wow. They
That's
should,
where everybody directs their hate about random stuff.
they should do something about that.
It's like, look no further to like, people are like, sorry, I'm eating. What am I doing?
No, you can eat. What else are they for other
People-
than to test if I'm allergic to them?
Yeah.
People are like,
Oh yeah, we got nothing.
disappointing. Deal.
Yeah, so
enjoy
far.
yourself a morning bun.
I guess I can have a morning bun.
More
then.
frere, please.
They were, there's all these conspiracies about how you can like pay to get like all the special treatment from Yelp. But I feel like if that existed, Yelp would make their own page not look like a garbage fire. It's like pathetic how bad it is.
Oh, you mean that restaurants will like pay for?
Yeah, there's like a lot of
artificial reviews and stuff?
everyone has a story about like my aunt's like grandma's uncle or whatever got a call from Yelp and they said they would remove all the bad reviews if they paid us money or whatever.
That is true, actually.
the
because
mafia.
I did get those calls, not for Crank English. Back when I worked at a restaurant,
Yeah.
we would get those calls a lot of like people from Yelp calling.
I
and
think
being
they're
like,
I
"We
think
need
they're
help."
impersonating Yelp.
It's a good reason to not have a phone number.
Yeah,
actually.
there you go.
I guess not that bad an idea.
Damn.
Hey, be ashamed if something happened to your Yelp page.
Yeah. Do you think that they call restaurants and like blackmail them?
I think they do.
That was
Not Yelp, but like I think people scam.
Oh, I mean, yeah, there's like bad review fetishist people, right? That go to restaurants and write bad reviews and like,
Yeah.
I'm mean. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I've never written a Yelp review.
The people who write Yelp reviews are hold on. Let me not
Careful.
Simmer down.
Well, let me just say that, like, as someone who worked at Yelp, I spent a lot of time.
Wait, you worked at Yelp?
I did work at Yelp. Yeah, that's a random fun fact.
He was one of the stars.
Before I worked at Patreon, I was the third one, so I got a lot of
He was
use.
literally mid.
Yeah, I was the mid star. So before I worked at Patreon, I worked at Yelp as a software engineer, and the because I was working on the website, you would just read reviews all the time because you would just see the data. You know what I mean? And I developed such a disdain for people who write Yelp reviews because they're all so self-important that like, and this isn't every Yelp review, but like the people who are in Yelp Elite, which is like if you know it's one of those if you know things. But if you like write a ton of reviews that get a certain amount of ratings or whatever, every January there's a new class of like Yelp elites, and there's a badge.
It's like XXL freshman.
Literally, there's like a badge on your account where it's like Yelp Elite 2014 or whatever, and it comes up on your reviews, so it like makes it seem like you're more elite.
Yeah.
And
there's a world where YouTube could have been like this, because YouTube used to run off of the 5-star system.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Before likes on YouTube, there were 5-star ratings.
Imagine if commenters on YouTube were like, I don't usually like giving a 0-star review, but this video deserves one. It was not engaging. There was not someone yelling at the top of their lungs.
It was too loud.
There weren't enough.
My volume was at the top and I
There
didn't
was
know how
not
to change it.
This gold digger prank gets 5 stars from me.
Do you guys ever get that when you're streaming? Speaking of like volume, the volume was too loud. I'll get people who are like, Ethan, the stream volume is low. And like I can see the waveforms, and a lot of times like I'll pull up my streams after or during and be like, no, the volume's fine. You just have to turn up your own volume. Your volume is low.
The feeling.
Same thing happened with phone calls and every channel I've ever seen. It's really quiet and the phone's off.
The feeling of streaming and having some people go it's too low and some people go it's too high makes me want to rip off my own skin. Like I just want to like
So awful.
become a skeleton.
Hey, the network connection's really bad. It keeps dropping down. Also, my phone's out of battery.
Yeah.
My dad's-
and that's your
yeah.
fault. Yeah, and my dad
stole my phone.
Yeah, my
Yelling.
dad is left for a milk and he hasn't come back.
This was so good.
Hell yeah, dude.
Morning Bun positive
This
review.
place.
No peanuts.
I'll tell you the
guaranteed.
name of it later because it's a place that I go and there is someone who works there who's a fan of yours.
Oh, it's this place. Damn.
Yeah.
How did that come up? Just by chance?
I don't remember. It was so random. Shout out to Sophie. You know who you are.
So they have a server named Sophie. Then there's no phone number.
There's
no phone number.
So figure it out.
And
GeoGuessr.
they have morning buns.
They do have morning buns.
And they are great. No peanuts, turns out.
No, I mean, check my email.
Oh, that would be so
The
funny.
email's just like, yeah, just it's just the morning buns.
Yeah, it's just the morning bun. We
I
added
did
some
actually get a
Discord.
response.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like, we can't guarantee anything because we have other things that are.
They actually said we are peanut free, Jarvis. Hope that helps.
hello.
Oh, that's great.
Wait, when did we get the reply? Did they wait?
5 minutes ago.
They waited. They knew.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
They
so
were like,
nice
I
of
can
them.
hold on. He might be ingesting the morning bun. I need to. There's like a homing device in every morning bun.
Running to the airport. I love you. Don't go.
Yeah. I'm peanut free
My man.
and I love you.
Every time that that I have had my a first kiss with somebody, I have had to be like, hey, you haven't eaten peanuts today, right?
Dude, that's a turn on
Which is
for
really,
me, actually.
That's cute.
really funny.
Hey, you taste insane. If you
Okay.
you
I want to say people act like asking to kiss someone or like asking for consent or whatever is kills the moment. I think that those people are just bad at asking the question.
I don't think they're sweeties. I don't
Or
think
they
they're
just
cute.
don't have the riz. Because I feel like you can riz up somebody while being like, before we do this,
Can
you
I
haven't been eating
please?
peanuts, have you?
Before we do this, how many peanuts have you
Yeah,
had?
yeah, exactly. Like I would still kiss you.
I've got
you just gotta
some
know how to
kind of
ask.
skin irritation.
Kind of related. I was talking to our mutual friend Rosie, Jasmine
Oh,
Rice
yeah,
Girl,
yeah.
about this, and she was like, "Damn, like if someone ate peanuts and then you had sex and then you died, they could just be like, damn, pussy's so good it killed a man." Which is like,
doing the eulogy. That one might be on that one.
yeah, sorry guys.
Died the way he lived, you know.
Yeah, it's like that's like there's some I'm trying to think of the joke that's something about nut free and sex. Something about that.
Being an incel.
Something in there. Yeah. Yeah, being
nut-free.
nut free.
Did you guys see that Reddit post and thread and argument. This is like a month ago at this point, but there was in the, I guess the red pill subreddit, I don't know which ones have been banned or whatever, but in a prominent incel subreddit.
Right.
Shout outs, fellas. They don't generally accept or value ascending, I believe is the term, which is when an incel has sex and has thus betrayed the ideology or whatever. Which is just, I mean, that's like a vol cell, isn't it? Because if you're choosing not to have sex, that's not being an incel.
I saw the thing on Twitter where people were like earnestly engaging with somebody who had like ascended, and they were asking him like, why did you do this? Why did you betray us?
I didn't realize that there was that much like culture and community around incels. Like I thought that people just called incels as like a, you know,
So
Like it was like a Karen.
Like, I didn't know that people like,
there's people who
identified
identify as incels.
That's kind of
their identity.
The genesis is people identifying themselves that way.
Yeah.
And within like red pill community or manosphere, whatever. Yeah. And then once that hit the mainstream, that kind of became it's the worst slur in America. I think we can agree with that.
I think so too.
Unless you got any you like.
Peanut lover.
Jesus, dude, he's right there.
Peanut boy.
This motherfucker's a peanut boy. I love the concept of like the thing that keeps coming to mind is someone like having sex and then his friends going, did you hear the news? And they all come to him like he's on a hospital bed, and then he like leans forward and angel wings like come out of his back.
He's
and he,
just
like,
glowing.
away. He's like, I've ascended. I'm no longer an incel.
But yeah, anyway, there was just like an extended argument because this fella came into the subreddit not with a, boys, I have ascended, I've appreciated my time here, whatever. Instead, he came in and was literally just like, you're a bunch of virgin losers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that he like made his own eulogy.
I once was lost.
Here lies never lover 1 2 3. He was a great incel.
Man, I kind of want to go on the incel Reddit now sometime.
It's probably very sad.
Yeah, it's probably a real bummer.
Yeah.
All the highly voted ones are like, the Tate brothers are out of jail or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Do you being associated with like video game stuff, do you ever feel as though your algorithm maybe rubs up against right-wing pipeline type things?
No, but it did start doing it kind of recently. I don't know if you got this, Jarvis, but specifically on Instagram because of Creator
Boxing.
Clash. I was watching a lot of boxing videos.
Yeah.
And then I started getting recommended a lot of like Joe Rogan, a lot of like hype BC kind of people. Yeah.
I get that on shorts because I watch like a fair amount of like exercise stuff, but primarily I watch a lot of like gaming content.
Yeah.
And I think it's identified that my age and interest in gaming has lined me up with Joe Rogan as opposed to Ben Shapiro.
Right.
If I was a little younger, maybe it would put me in the pipeline space, but instead it's, it's like Brendan Schaub talking about, you can wear different socks and they stop you from turning gay from the fillings in your teeth or whatever. Every fucking episode of Joe Rogan.
How did we get here?
Hey, Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah.
I've seen so many funny TikToks recently of people being like, this is every man with a podcast. And it's like, can I blow your mind real quick? And then it's a video of being like, they say that that the distance from the Earth to the moon is 93,642 lions. But if you look it up, actually, there's only 15,000 lions in existence on the planet. So either they're lying about the number of lions or it's so funny. It's such a good TikTok.
My mind's been blown.
I know.
I feel old.
Yeah, you feel old yet?
You look like shit.
Speaking of wanting to feel old, I've been dying to talk about this all episode. We talked about this is kind of a few episodes in a row. We've mentioned iShowSpeed, huge YouTube streamer.
I have never seen a stream of his.
It's loud.
It's loud. Okay.
It feels a little like traveling back in time.
Yeah.
Where it is what was appealing to us at the age of his demographic, I feel like. which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's like eating sour gummies now.
Yeah.
Where something has happened physically where I just don't have the like tolerance.
Yeah,
that
I don't
did.
think I think I've always been a bit of an old man, even as a boy, because I liked eating bran flakes.
Sorry, even as a boy.
Even as a boy.
Even as a youth.
I was an old man. And
Even when I was a youngling.
yeah, I think I've always like, but I get it. I totally get what you mean. But anyway, I should be incredibly successful, incredibly wealthy. There is a clip that went viral. I don't even need to know the context because it's just beautiful poetry in motion. He accidentally bought a $125,000 fedora in Roblox. And then he like gets genuinely upset about it.
I would also get genuinely upset about it, even if I just had like an insane amount of fucking money where it wouldn't impact me at all.
But the thing is, the thing that's worth
I
noting.
haven't seen the clip. I know that it happened.
I didn't even know that. I know Roblox is very popular and the economy is obviously like pretty established. I did not know it was at a 6-figure tier.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like Counter-Strike money.
I didn't
Yeah.
either.
The developers, like there's a lot of video essays and things talking about how weirdly exploitative the like space of like Roblox development is, because there's a lot of money, a lot of children, a lot of people with no like employment experience that are just like ripe for the exploitation. But also worth noting that in order to do this, he had to have $125,000 in Robux already, you know.
It's not like buy it now.
Yeah.
It does not like connected to a credit card.
Look, there's a great thumbnail.
But this is so I like feel bad laughing at this, but I think he's able to refund it. And also, I mean, whatever, man. I feel like there is a justification for showing this, and I don't need to like run this man's name through the mud, but yeah.
No, I got a refund. No. Why did they ask for a verification? Why did they give me a verification? Oh my god!
Yeah, I mean, I would say for exactly this reason is why they don't ask for verification. But you can customize it. You see that?
So here's a question: did Roblox just get 125 grand, or did some kid?
It's a great question because
it's like a CPM split or something.
what's crazy is this says buy Roblox and it says verified. So I'm like, the Roblox company is selling items for 14 million Robux, which translates to like 150 grand.
Yeah, 'cause I've always wondered that about. I mean, I'm sure this information is more available, but the CS:GO marketplace. Sure, there's third-party gambling sites, but Valve still has the information on who has what,
Yeah.
and there must be some kind of revenue split between them. No?
Yeah.
There is, I think. Yeah. I think that they like take something off the transaction.
Right, which maybe is why they're not super diligent about shutting that down.
That is a really good point that you made though, Jarvis, is that he already had to have that money just
In fact, when you look here, it says your balance after this transaction will be like either 5 or 6 million Robux. So like he put 20. My guess is he put 20 million Robux in there, and then he accidentally purchased this.
Maybe they don't ask for verification when you buy it.
Yeah.
When you put the cash
So I'm
in.
like, it's hard to feel bad because he was already going to buy some sort of cosmetic item in this video game.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Speed's bag for
Yeah,
sure, right?
you
Like,
can see
he's-
right here he's making $150,000 a month.
Yeah. So what's the conversion there? I want $1 per
Yeah.
Robux. What is it? Give me.
Well, since the
Oh,
shortage.
see, okay, here we go. During a stream, a viewer goaded Speed into checking out the fedora on his Discord while he was checking out expensive Roblox items. Seeing the price, Speed decided it would be funny to bait his viewers into thinking he was going to purchase the fedora, but back out at the confirmation screen. And then at this moment, he fucked up. However, he did not realize he was about to click on the confirmation button and unwittingly made one of the most expensive fedora purchases. This barely reaches the most expensive fedora at 15 million Roblox.
What do you reckon that fedora's got that this one doesn't? What's the
Yeah.
worst fedora got? It's just a highly polygonal fedora, guys. According to Roblox calculator, it would cost approximately $175,000 to purchase 14 million Robux. Robux needed to buy the fedora. However, it is possible to resell it, but Speed won't be making much of his money back.
I don't know if that's... No, that's true.
A bona fide Speed sale, though.
That would be kind of sick.
Can you sign that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's essentially an
digital
NFT
signature. It is.
at that point.
It is basically an NFT.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's
so fucking funny.
yeah. I mean, look, he's like a teenager still. I think he's like 19 or 20.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's like, but it's a video game, and he's so extremely wealthy that I can't feel that bad.
Roblox has such a weird presence in the my
Oh, also he like called he like has made racist comments to people at the World Cup and stuff. He's like done his fair share of controversies, and so all things considered, whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean he's not gonna be hurt.
He's not hurting. Yeah,
purchase
exactly.
at all.
I do wonder what the my ex's nephew. I literally met them 2 times. They were playing Roblox the entire time, right after school, right? And their relationship with Roblox mirrored kind of what I understood modern Fortnite to be, where it's less of a game and more just a vector for a bunch of different, like go to a Marshmallow concert, do whatever, right? All this meta text inside of a, drop off the battle bus and then give you, if you kiss Kylo Ren, you get access to it. You can mine real Ethereum, just like 5 layers of inaccessible whatever. But I've never felt, and this kind of fits into that box. I've never felt less in touch with the meta.
Yeah.
The gaming meta that I didn't even see it go by, right? You don't know what the last time you pick up your son is going to be. Yeah. I thought I was up to date and informed, but I don't know what happened.
I don't know anything about Roblox.
Me either, except for I thought it was a game, and then I learned it was like it's an engine, or it's a platform, and then it's a bunch of games built around the platform.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
I didn't even
remember
know
Dreams? That PlayStation exclusive for a little while.
Oh yeah.
It's like a successful version of Dreams. Kind of thing.
Oh, I remember that.
Speaking of being out of the loop on things, Ethan and I were talking about this earlier. Jordan, you didn't know what we were talking about. A couple of cool fellas over here.
I don't.
Yeah, just a little peanut boy over here.
I don't remember what we were talking.
Oh, it was about Couchgate.
Oh yes.
Hove. Hove.
Show a little side ass.
Oh, you're crazy for this
Couchgate.
one, Rick. So yeah, show a little side ass for Couchgate. So Couchgate is actually about us showing too much side ass on the couch.
What
So
could it mean?
yeah, do you have any guess?
There's just no. So my initial guess was it's in the vein of like The Dress or Yanni Laurel, right?
So it is not in the way of everyone's trying to guess something about the couch,
Okay.
but yes, in a way that everyone's talking about it and everyone has hot takes about it.
Is it a controversy?
Is
In
it
a way,
is
is
it
it
a
a
what?
controversy?
Oh,
Controversy.
Sorry, I'm his translator.
kind of.
Is it a controversy?
Yeah.
Podcast that's just me and Sean.
Yeah, fucking nobody can understand that.
We can't believe there's another control. Coachgate. Come on, man. Don't tell him, dude. Please.
So if you look at the image
Oh yeah.
It's a couch. I'll admit it.
of the couch,
Let me see if this is.
why is everyone on Twitter talking about this blue couch?
It's not an article that tells you. It's written by me. Like, what the
Yeah,
fucking
it's
shit is this,
You're
man?
going, hey, can somebody explain this to me?
So confused.
Yeah, please help.
So
Yeah, why am I having so much trouble finding? Well, it's this, but yeah, here we go. Here's the image.
this is the couch. Why are people so upset? So
Because it sucks.
let me give you a hint.
Okay.
It is not necessarily about the couch itself.
Yeah, though that's an element in the sort of discourse.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, is it like made of clay or something?
No, it's more about the
I feel like I would never guess this. But basically,
Was it something to do with the manufacturer?
No.
so this is an expensive couch. It's one of those couches that's like a designer,
Right.
like, and if you like, first of all, couches in general are expensive,
And rugs, that's the same
and
genre.
couches and rugs, yeah. And then when you get into like designer couches and stuff, you can get into the many thousands of dollars.
Clouches.
Couches, in fact.
Come
yeah.
on, guys.
So
Like the
this
video, yeah?
this couch is like $8,000 from the manufacturer or from the original designer. And the controversy or whatever, the reason that people are talking about it is, well, I can just show you.
Hi guys, this is me finding an $8,000 couch in the middle of the street. Here's a quick story time. It was pouring raining and I was walking home and I saw this couch in the middle of the street and I called my dad begging him to come pick it up because I couldn't just leave that couch there. He told me no, it was not possible, but then he surprised me and showed me that he did pick up the couch and he had it in his work office. But the couch was very dirty, so he said we had to clean it. So we got all the things we needed to clean it, some soap, water, a vacuum, and that's my sister using a little machine thing. And I was very interested in how that works because I think she was doing it wrong. But as you see, that was me scrubbing my life away to make sure this couch gets as clean as possible. But that's satisfying right there, very satisfying. And then I got tired, so I let them do all the work. Look how dirty it was. This is the after. We had to let it dry. And we let it dry for a few days. And this is my boyfriend and my dad bringing the couch into my apartment. We didn't know if it was going to fit into the elevator, but it ended up fitting perfectly. This is my couch that I had before. And then this is the after, the couch in its full glory, looking really nice and fit perfectly in my apartment.
This probably is not the thing. She tells a story like a 5-year-old. And then I was my couch was in, it was wet, and look how dirty, and it was.
I didn't watch.
Roblox.
I haven't actually seen. I was saving watching the original TikTok for the podcast. But yeah, it has 50 million views on TikTok.
Oh my God.
6.4 million likes.
So even after watching that, are you still kind of unsure of what the content
Nigga, I have no idea what the fuck this couch is. I'm lost, dude.
Well, basically, people are like, "You're insane to pick up this couch." Off of everybody's like, "That couch has bed bugs. You're crazy."
It is very strange. Also, she's rubbing her foot in the first few seconds. What's that about? She's putting her foot on the couch.
I didn't notice this because I also hadn't seen the TikTok. I just saw people getting
I just saw
upset
the
about
discourse.
it. I do love how the first thing she says was, "I was walking home in the rain," so it had already been raining.
Yeah, it's raining on this couch. And then the other thing people are saying is, there's got to be a reason somebody is putting a $8,000 couch.
Someone might be moving.
Yeah.
They just had to go around the corner or something.
Yeah. And so then, it's like they're trying to load it into a moving truck. They're like, "Where's my couch?"
What the heck?
And then, sorry, I'm just remembering some of the memes. I hope I can find some of them. But yeah, so people are like, this could have bed bugs in it. Somebody was like, this is probably a reproduction and not an original.
Yeah.
But
I highly doubt it's the original couch.
that being said, even there's lots of reproductions of couch styles, and they're still extremely expensive.
Yeah. Very
So like a reproduction to this is still $1,000 to $2,000.
Well, that's like that. Yeah, I mean, why? If you just clean it up, tidy it up, and then sell it, no?
Yeah, but the real issue is like, people are just like, you should never take something off the curb and put it in your house because of how difficult it is to get bed bugs out.
Oh my God, yeah.
And so and you don't know like what's in there.
This is funny that like she's again, there's so much nuance to this story that could have been like 20 seconds long. And one of the details is I asked my dad to come pick it up. He said no, but then he surprised me. Yeah. What a fun little surprise from my daddy.
I think
It's
that
very TikTok. It's very like day in my life type TikTok type.
There is an update.
I think that
Yeah,
it's
there is an update.
so funny that people are getting this outraged over it, and like, of course they are. But and like, I do agree where it's like, if I saw a couch on the side of the road, I would not put it in my house without having it at least be professionally cleaned. Like I would not trust myself to be able to clean it to the degree where I would feel like safe.
In fact,
if that's
on
a
that couch.
dad's job or something,
until I've paid, I don't know, $8,000 to get it cleaned, I can't imagine myself picking it up.
I have to pay for the price of the couch.
Yeah, that's why it's so expensive. Is they only get to be found in the street.
So
They grow naturally.
So the memes are like this one went super viral. Heard the craziest story last night at a party. Buddy of mine found this $8,000 couch in an abandoned building. Took it home, found out it's haunted. The ghost of a Victorian child would rise off of it every night at 3 a.m. and stare at him blankly. He threw the couch on a sidewalk last week. And then another one, I don't know where this is, but somebody was like, has anybody seen my couch? It's got tons of cum on it. Something like that. Like, it was like,
It's glow in the dark.
Oh man, that would be the first thing that I would do.
Yeah.
Is take a black light to the couch and just be like, okay, what are we working
I
with
think
here?
my first move would be running away.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the conversation. I was chatting to Jakey the other day and he mentioned an anecdote of going to an ice cream place and there was a mattress in the back room, implying that the person working there was maybe sleeping there. And then I just immediately the thought came to me, which is like, there are like 3 items that are only good in a bedroom
Yeah.
or at least an apartment. And they are a couch, a mattress, and a baby shoe. If those are ever outside, then something awful has happened. They should not be in a kitchen. A fucking baby shoe in a kitchen.
you know what's really funny is I searched for the words "seen my couch" and I actually found the tweet I was talking about.
hell yeah.
Has anyone seen my heavily squirted on couch? I put it out on the sidewalk to dry this morning, and now it's gone.
God, even touching it to clean it, I would be unsettled. And they don't put anything over it. Oh, she puts cushions on it at the end.
Okay, so we got to watch the
They're done.
update because I have no idea. what the update is.
Update.
I died.
Oh, she's
Hi
on the couch.
guys, this is a couch update. The first thing I'm going to address is how long was the couch outside? It was outside for less than 24 hours. When I saw it, it was pouring raining. The next day in the morning, I went to go pick it up. Well, my father went to go pick it up for me. I'm trying to do
Yeah,
this
so
video.
that's not
but
good.
So long. That's
How
a
do
huge
you
amount of
know
time.
that it was 20? Like, do you have to go by that same place every day? I guess is how you know.
this is outside.
Um,
Like, are you serious right now?
Dude, there are
Come
so
on,
many
let's
side
fucking-
quests in these videos.
So
She's
if
just playing
I
Temple
was
Run.
this woman and maybe she's walking to work or something and she sees that couch that morning and it's like, oh shit, they just put that there because I didn't see this yesterday.
yeah.
Maybe there's a world where it's like, okay, I'll come and pick it up later today or whatever. But if it's pouring rain, it's like, okay, now it's just gonna, my brain, even if it's not, my brain is just like, this couch is infested with mold now.
Yeah.
This is just material. This isn't
Yeah.
a couch anymore.
yeah.
And especially not like, well, I'll let it dry.
especially in New York too, and like the same thing would be here in LA, where it's like the rain falling on the couch is now going through layers of smog and pollution and gross, and like New York streets are
It's
kind of
nasty.
gross.
The water's different. Yeah.
It's nasty as
So
well.
I found a fucking couch outside and
right, but-
there was a guy in there.
Let's hear her out. She's gonna
Yeah.
explain how she determined there weren't bed bugs.
Okay, back to what I was saying. It was brought back to my dad's workplace. We cleaned it and it sat in his workplace for over 2 weeks. And like everyone's saying, oh, you know, bed bugs form within a week, 2 weeks. It was sitting there for 2 weeks. If there was bed bugs, we would have seen it. For everyone saying,
Okay.
Okay. Jesus.
All right.
I'm not super familiar with how bed bugs work. Can you see them?
Yeah, I think you can.
Can you see them inside the couch?
Yeah.
No, right? Like,
Yeah. I talked to Anastasia about this, and she's like, "Bed bugs are one of my fears. I know a lot about them. This is crazy." And I was like, "Okay, cool."
Do you guys ever get really afraid because like at night you're sleeping on your pillow and you hear a little party happening inside the pillow?
oh, yeah.
I think you might
Yeah.
have bed bugs.
No, I don't have bed bugs.
You
Does
might
anybody
have
else
very
know?
outgoing bed bugs.
I think you might be insane, actually,
Yeah.
maybe is what's
Yeah, that's
That
probably
also-
what
They
it
tell
is,
you to
actually.
do
Oh
stuff.
wait, hold on.
Yeah, they like keep telling me to kill my mom, like, set my
Okay,
house
yeah.
on
Not
fire.
a bed
no.
bug for sure.
Those are chaotic bugs.
Okay.
At best, it was a dream.
Yeah, at best. At worst, actually, you know what? At best, you had an AirPod in and were listening to like a really chaotic YouTube video. You were listening to like the opposite of affirmations.
Distractions. Negative
That's
distractions.
such a funny idea. Is every morning like doing my like get ready with me.
Yeah.
And then it's
Burn
like
your
I make
house
my
down.
coffee and then I do what is the opposite of an affirmation.
I do my destructions.
Distraction.
No, my
Just looking at
affirmations.
my
myself.
defamations.
My
Yeah.
defamation.
Negative defamations.
My negative defamation.
In that same like just girl things font.
My negative.
You're the salt of the
defamations.
earth. You're a horrible person.
You are
That's so
genetically
good.
evil.
Yeah, you will never be happy. or
Humanity
wealthy.
will melt the globe.
Okay, let's. I want to hear what she has to
She
say.
was like, "It's been 2 weeks, everybody."
What
What was the thing I got? So one bit I got confused about was bedbugs form within 1 to 2 weeks, and then she was like, "Yeah, I've only had it 1 to 2 weeks. It's not like a rule. They're not allowed to hatch.
Yeah, they like hatch. They hatch on like the 13th day or the 15th day.
You have to go. You have to leave."
no, you can't stay here.
Only did one round of washing. I only recorded 5 minutes of the whole process that I took to clean the couch. Like, for everyone saying that the couch was thrown out because of bed bugs or whatever species or semen. Sorry. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I
Did you
personally-
say
Whatever
species of
species or semen. Yo,
Oh, dude, this couch is covered in species.
yo, dude.
The human species.
That's my favorite porn genre. I love species play.
species, dude.
That's so nasty. Why'd I say that?
Oh my god, he's pulling it
I
up.
think it was thrown out because it has a lot of rips that I've covered with pillows and it has some stains.
Yeah, problem solved. Okay.
I love the tone. Like, it's like I don't know if this person's a big creator, so I don't want to like.
That makes me more worried that there are rips in the couch because bed bugs are so tiny. But if there's rips in the couch, other bugs can be crawling around in there.
Whatever happened to this couch was so bad that
Yeah.
someone might have thrown away $8,000.
Yeah.
Well, this person's like an up and coming creator.
It's Cutie Cinderella. Oh, we should definitely get rid of this. Just buy the couch.
I don't know if you could tell, it has some stains there and it has like a few tears over there. That's why I think it personally was thrown out. Y'all can think whatever y'all want. Everyone still says it looks super dirty, this and that. It's not that it's dirty. It doesn't stink. It doesn't have an odor. It's literally
It's just
clean.
ugly.
It's just the stains that are on it.
Yeah, some people are just criticizing that it sucks.
That's so funny.
Literally clean. It's just the stains that are on the couch. Everyone that's not from New
Wait,
York
yeah,
saying,
hold
There's no food on it.
It still looks. I love that so much. She's like, that's just the stains that are there.
People are
because
saying it's
filthy.
dirty and stained, but that's just the stains and dirt.
You idiot.
You stupid.
It's just ugly. It's just a bad couch. It's
Okay, I want to hear her final words.
Yeah.
God, they do it out for a reason. They do it out for a reason. It was thrown out in front of a very rich building. So I took the opportunity and brought it in. Rich people throw out all their furniture all the time because they get new furniture every other year. So I saw the opportunity and took it. That's pretty much...
Do rich people replace their furniture every other year?
Every other
It's like
year.
a rule that people know.
It's like bed bugs aren't allowed to hatch before 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are the two facts.
Those are
Yeah.
the rules.
I think I addressed all the topics that a lot of people were commenting. And I could just tell who has bed bugs and who don't. This is how I styled it. Nice. Yeah. This is the tag if anybody wants to tell me it's fake.
Oh.
Is it the one?
Yeah. It's I remember it's like, what is it? It's like Roche de Bois or something like that. Let's see.
The first cum-free couch. Cum-resistant.
Man, do you think that her friends are gonna stage like an intervention with
Roche de
her,
Bois.
Bro, please.
where they're just like, we have to talk to?
What are the comments like?
We have
Well,
to
if
talk
it's
to
this
Sierra about
confrontational,
her
I'm just not
couch.
going to bring
I
it
would
up.
get it professionally steamed and reupholstered. Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
that costs money. I mean, like, I just think it's so fun. Like, I don't want to sort of make it seem like any hate is going towards this creator or anything like that. Obviously, we're just talking about like the whole sort of moment of everybody discussing like, oh, I would never do that XYZ.
Yeah.
It is an interesting thing to catch on.
Yeah, it's such a random thing to catch
Yeah.
on because it's just like, because I think that we as a society, especially on social media, decide that a situation, like remember when that video went viral of the girlfriend surprising her boyfriend? And he wasn't like enthusiastic enough, and then everybody was like hyper analyzing it. It feels like this is like one of those situations where everybody's like enhanced, you know, like they want to like really make it their thing.
It is really weird because like in the real world, not on the internet, if I were to see somebody do this, I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't do that. Like that's kind of gross.
Me. I'm gonna sit on the armchair.
Yeah, it's like I'll just sit on the other. I'll sit on the floor. Thank you though.
I'll sit in my apartment and FaceTime you.
But this, like, people just get so outraged over like nothing.
You know what's really funny is there's a lot of comments that say there's a reason it was left outside, and the way they're saying it makes it sound like it's haunted. They're like, there's a reason it was left outside. Okay,
Some say the species.
They're all just like, she doesn't know. Guys, she doesn't know.
You know, and also for the people saying she should have just sold it, I feel like she couldn't adequately disclose any issues with the couch.
Yeah.
Like the answer would be, I found it for free and it had been rained on and was thrown out for some unspecified reason. Someone buying that would, I feel like not a lot of people would be willing to take that risk.
No, that's a really good point because it's like, people are willing, obviously, because it happened, to take this couch for free in that condition. No one's going to pay for that.
I don't know if I am being overly germophobic. I wouldn't like hang out with her anymore. It would prevent, like we could be engaged. It's just, I'm wrapped. It's a wrap with facts.
Someone said that's the $600 version from AliExpress.
I'm also conflicted because I like frugalness. There's nothing wrong with that. But she did have a couch.
Yeah.
She leaves it outside and the cycle continues.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, do you think she left her couch on the street?
Someone else starts in the video. I found a $150 couch on the street, free couch.
Fuck.
I hope so.
It was raining. It was fucking what was falling from the sky? It was raining piss.
At the time, yeah.
And
acid rain.
It was acid rain. So it has a few burn holes in it. It's
okay.
fine.
I gave it a couple months to dry off.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's not dirty. Those are just the stains.
Yeah.
It is so bizarre.
Damn. That's so funny. I mean, I really like her personality. I think she'll be successful as a creator if she keeps it up. Sorry, the memes of, has anyone seen my couch? I dropped my grandma's ashes on it like 2 weeks ago. The smell. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Shout outs to her name.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the education, by the way. I was in no universe would I have guessed.
Yeah, it's just, oh gosh. Oh, wait, there we go.
We're going to get all of the topics mixed up. So it's like I show speed finds.
Yeah, I show Speed lost his fedora on a couch.
I show speed
$125,000.
spends $125,000 on a couch that was left outside.
His daddy cleaned it for him.
No, that's like that's I show Speed reacting to finding out there's bed bugs on the couch. But shout out to Amanda Joy. I wish them the best on their content journey.
Thank you for generating content for us.
Thank you for generating thank you for generating the Twitter moment of the week.
It is wild that so many people.
It's so random.
What a world we live in.
Well, I'm yeah, Twitter's Blue Couch saga is dividing the timeline. Okay. Well, that about wraps up today's episode of Sad Boys.
Unless you want to pay money.
Whoa! Did you hear what he said? We're going to be doing a bonus on patreon.com/sadboys. On patreon.com/sadboys. Ethan's going to tell us some secrets.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you all about my bed bugs that I have.
Oh, the ones that tell you to burn down your house.
Yeah, that's why I had to get rid of Crank Gameplays. Someone's gonna find Crank Gameplays on the side of the road.
Crank Gameplays was infested with bed bugs.
I found Crank Gameplays out in the street.
It was
It had been raining.
That's the AliExpress Crank Gameplays.
He's just stained.
He's not dirty. He's just stained.
Thank you guys so much for having me on.
Oh yeah, dude. Is there anything that you want to shout out before we get over to the Patreon? Yeah, I do know. Listen to Brain Leak. It's a
Yeah, you can
podcast.
listen to Brain Leak if you want. That's my podcast that I do with Sean, Jacksepticeye.
Where'd you get that idea?
Yeah. Well, that was the craziest thing was like seeing you guys do your podcast and like it's the only one.
True. We did sort of. There's a bunch of guys who use like SM7Bs, but we're not like those guys.
It's not really a podcast, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of just like a chill time.
It's more of just like an experience.
mostly just like a side ass program. That's like mostly what we're about. That was my Google Calendar telling me to wrap it up.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you for being here, bro.
You can find me everywhere, no longer as Crank Gameplays.
Yeah, well, we won't tell you what.
But we won't tell you where.
Yeah. We end every episode of Sad Boys with a particular phrase.
We love you.
And we're sorry.
Boom.
You didn't know about the poop day?
What?
What do you know about the
What is
poop guy
happening?
in there?
Yeah, wait. I've never had a shit that was so monstrous.
I need to fight it.
You take a shit and a health bar comes up.
This is insane what I'm about to say. This is not safe for life. You shouldn't know this about me.
Sad Boys Nights.
Gucci girl, how you doing? How you moving, girl? Moving, girl. How's your day looking? That future girl, yeah, we on now. Take my money, go away, or you want it? Girl, too rich for me.